Happy Wednesday, everyone. Good to be back. Good to see you all. Happy to be here as always. Welcome to Wednesday Cocktail Hour with the Bitter Girl. We are doing a cocktail today called Better Late Than Never. Decided to name it that because typically I post on Instagram the ingredients and send out an email ahead of time, and I got it done this morning, so better late than never. And this is actually a drink that I came up with a while back when I was working as a bartender at Pico in Larkspur, and was really a fan favorite there. So I've kind of just taken it, made it my own with some own local ingredients and some of my bitters. So today we're going to be using Pear Jordan. It's got hops, which is my pear and hops bitters. We're going to be using batch 5, which I recommend the batch 5 in this drink because it does have a little bit more hoppiness to it. So a little more bitterness, which you're going to want in this drink because it does have some sweet components, so you really want to balance that out. You can get the batch 5, it's available on my website right now for sale. But yeah, this one, the hops really stood out in this flavor, this batch. So that's why I'm recommending this one. So today I'm representing Women in Whiskey and also my buddies over at Campari America. A few years back I was working at Fog City in San Francisco, and the guys from Campari America would come over into the restaurant all the time. Became good friends with them, and I started working as the bartender for them at all their in-house events. It was really a fantastic opportunity. I did that for, I want to say 4 or 5 years, but became very familiar with working with their products. For those of you who don't know Campari America, they don't just own Campari. Aperol, Cynar, Skyy Vodka, they have a very wide portfolio of products. So I got really familiar with all their stuff. So today I'm working with 2 of theirs, our Cynar, which is an Amaro artichoke flavor, and Braulio, which is another Amaro. So Amaro's kind of like a bitters. They do have some bitter components to them. They're a little bit sweeter, but sipping bitters. And I went through that phase, I think like anyone did, where they drink a lot of Fernet. And I would say these are kind of more of a gentler Fernet, more drinkable, I guess. Don't get me wrong, I still love Fernet, but I'm not typically pulling it off the shelf to mix in my cocktails. So I really find that Cynar and Braulio are really a fun option to substitute in. We are, of course, my favorite. We're working with Hansen again today. I plan to start working with some other local products, but Hansen has kind of overtaken my liquor cabinet these days. For good reason. They make a great product. They're local, they're family owned. So we're going to be working with their single malt American whiskey today. Other ingredients, we've got our honey syrup and our lemon. So let's get started, guys. We're going to get our mixing glass up here. We're going to take our 2 ounces of our whiskey. We're then going to do a 1/4 ounce of the Braulio and a 1/4 ounce of the Cynar. They both have a little bit of a different flavor component in them. If you only have one or the other, it's not going to be the end of the world. Before I became a mom full-time running a business, I used to have a lot more time to use all kinds of crazy different ingredients in cocktails. Now I'm a little more practical, like a vodka soda. But like I said, I made this drink a few years ago. I'm bringing it back to life. It was in my much more creative days, so why not throw a couple of Amaros in there instead of just using one, right? So 3/4 honey syrup, 3/4 lemon, and then we're gonna do a couple nice, healthy eyedroppers of our pear and hops bitters. Like I said, this batch, really hoppy. So really gives it some nice bright flavor to it. Add our ice here and give this guy a nice shake. And I've got my Hanson Rocks glass, 1 big ice cube. We're gonna double strain this over in here. Again, the double strain, it picks up any extra fruit pulp, ice chips, just kind of gives that drink a nice cleaner finish. No garnish on this one. I am majorly a proponent of necessary garnishes. I don't like to put on a bunch of exorbitant things on my drink. I mean, if it gets between me and the drink, it's just slowing things down. So this drink really has a nice aromatic to it already with the Amaros, the bitters. So it doesn't even need a garnish over the top. It's great. It's refreshing, bitter. It's got that really nice Amaro finish to it. Again, this is one of my favorites. I've used this one for events before. This was on the menu at Pico for a long time. So this is a great drink. Love this one. So definitely make this guy at home. Hit up Campari America, you know, get your Cynar, get your Braulio. I know, Braulio, random. It's so good. I've had this bottle forever and I savor it. But like I said, this is one of my favorite drinks. I'm super happy to be bringing it back today. Representing the Women in Whiskey, which is a subgroup of Campari America. I did a lot of stuff with them as well. They make drinks that kind of tune in towards women using whiskey, which is always good to do. You know, they think that we don't want to drink whiskey, and I'm like, I will drink whiskey from morning to night. But then I would get nothing done in none of these videos. So it's really good to have you guys again. Better late than never. Be sure to visit the website, bittergirlbitters.com. Pick up your pear Jordan. It's got hops, great seasonal flavor. Hops and pears I grow right here in my garden. I have like 10 different hop plants out there. Zeus, Nugget, Sentinel, Cascade, just gorgeous plants. Really just a nice, bright, lovely flavor that comes out of that. And be sure to tune in next Wednesday, 4 p.m. I'll be back again. I will say today, I just threw on a t-shirt. I know I'm representing Women in Whiskey, but I was a little tired. I had one of those days, but I managed to get out of bed, get a shirt on. For all you know, I'm not wearing pants, but I did manage to get pants on today as well. But I'm happy to always be here with you guys on Wednesday. It always kind of brightens up my day, and I hope that it gets a chance to brighten up yours. And if you missed seeing this live, definitely check out my Facebook and my Instagram, because I do repost these so that you can watch me over and over and over again if you guys are missing me in the bar action. Happy Wednesday to you all. Better late than never, and I'll see you next time.